Jai Guru. Sadguru Swami Nigamananda Upadesamrit, page number 221, Respect for Personality. Jai Guru. He who has acquired necessary eligibility cannot be kept in bondage. In our country, a lofty place is accorded to personality imbued with the spirit of renunciation. If one knows self, there is no need of any rule and regulation for him to observe do's and don'ts. You are the lion freed from the cage, but it is very difficult to know self and truth. We realize our true self passing through enormous sufferings and torments. After a long trail of difficult sadhana, we get the indication of self. There can be no knowledge of self unless all the impurities are completely wiped out. Now, our real concern is to obliterate the darkness of heart. There can be no development of self if one remains preoccupied by saving his own life. It is noticed in most of the cases that you are eager to gain spiritual realization even by providing shelter to lethargy and inaction. But this eager desire is all futile. How many of you, on attaining grace, have realized the glory and significance of it? Many a time it has been seen, whom I have praised for their good qualities have paid back debts with interest of my admiration for them. What is its reason? Is this my fault? If you think calmly, you can understand how your ego and accumulated ideas and impressions lie in huge bundles in you. As soon as I tell you good, you lose previous tenacity and endeavor to be good. You then take pride in my words of admiration for you. When I tell you good, you should have endeavored to be better and more developed. But in most of the cases, my admiration of your goodness cooks opposite result. Dignity of labor. I am always in favor of freedom. What shall I tell you? How much of humiliation I had suffered when I was begging. Because I have endured much insulation, I keep on trying so that you don't adopt that path. I want that you should have freedom in all spheres and develop on the path of spiritualism. Do yourself whatever you need. Don't stretch your hand to beg. For that, I get the work done by you. If you don't surrender completely, you will be prone to outburst of ego in the midst of action. Think at least once whether such an action aims at accomplishing my purpose and my self-interest of your convenience and development. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Minute of last session. Saraswata Sangha Puji, America Saraswata Sangha 681 Sangha Puja session report. September 1st. Palia Sarthapai and Sonalima. Abhiveshana Puja was held in the Asana Mandira at 7 p.m. EST in the presence of Mahabhai and young aspirants. Attendance sheet is available in the website. First session started at 7:15 a.m. With Pratikya sang by Smitama and Amritama. Arati performed by Sanajit Bhai, followed by Vandana, Vandai Guru Charana, and Sota Vandana by Smith Bhaima. Sajid Bhai read the Parichay Patra, followed by Samirani and Asana Mandira. Nitya Puja, Prarthana. Sonia Ma read Vandana. Prarthana and Pratna Karinka Prati from Sangha Sebaka, 6th year, part 3, and Anjanama recited 66 version from Guru Gita. Then Sonalima did the invitation for the following puja session of the day to start at 9:45 EST. The asana was closed after Joy Guru, Namakirtana and Pratana. Second session, 9:45 a.m. With Abhana sang by Sukanyama and Amritama. This was followed by the Pratana Gana and opening of the asana. Miluma sang Vandana and Banlatama read the Parijay Patra Pratana, followed by Sivanima sang Viswapati Pranam. Lipsita Ma read from the Nigam page 220 to 221, easy and simple sadhana. Sandeep Bhai read the minute of last Sangha Puja, and Samrita Ma read Chitti to the Mass 1 and 2. Mita Bhai Ma sang a Pratana. Then Lipsita Ma read the Sansara Pathe part 1. This was followed by Gyana Bhai, the question answer session. The young aspirant sessions commenced with the Prarthana Sangita sang by Sriyama. Vidavati Ma started with taking attendance, then started with the chapter 8 discussion, followed by question answer session. After that, Bhava Vinaya was done by Satar Bhai and Sonalima. Netik Bhai and Sivanima did the invitations for the next Sangha Puja to be held on 8 September 2019. In Tuti Vichuti, Sonalima asked Shri Thakur and Bhai Ma for forgiveness for the mistakes and errors committed deliberately or unintentionally for the Sangha Puja and during the Puja session. After the Vijaya Prarthana, Dayamaya Sicherale sang by Arpitama. Chanting of Guru Namakirtana began. Pranama and asana was closed in the end. Gyana Bhai took the attendance of those present for the puja. Shri Shri Thakur Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, Bhai Premika Guru, please start with preface, because I think the page numbers are wrong. You should start from the beginning, which is preface. Let's read preface and see how much time we have. We can go to the other part.
Jai Guru Bhai. Preface. Guru Krupa Prasadena Brahma Vishnu Sadasivaha Sishtadika Samastaste Kevalam Guru Sevaya. Sri Guru Gita. Sri Gurudeva is the embodiment of Satchidananda Brahma and brings welfare to one and all, igniting the light of Jnana and Prema. By the inexorable blessing of Sri Gurudeva, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva accomplish the job of creation, preservation and dissolution, offering their utmost sincere service to Gurudev. It is by the grace of Sri Gurudev, Nilachala Saraswata Sangha Puri is able to get Premika Guru translated into English and publish its English version. It will evidently overcome the linguistic barrier and ensure the love-starved humanity to be flooded with the overflowing stream of love envisaged in this monumental book. We pray at the lotus feet of Puja Gurudev, Sri Thakur Nigamananda Dev, to liberate human race from unending darkness of ignorance and enkindle the mind and heart of man by giving Atmajnana, that is the knowledge of self. In fact, an Atmajnani is a Parama Premika, that is supreme lover of the divine. Premo, that is love, is the substratum of creation and quintessence of life. Love is at the beginning, love is at the middle, and love is at the end of life. So love abounds totality. The life without love is like a river without water. When it contracts to personal comfort, selfish interest, and sensual gratification, it is not prema, but kama, that's lust. But when it expands to paradigm of the world welfare and consolidates love for the divine, it is prema. So prema is ever expanding divine feeling without an iota of mundane desire. Therefore prema is niskama, in character. Faith condenses to bhakti, bhakti condenses to bhava, and bhava condenses to mahabhava or prema. Prema is immortal in this mortal world. Love is the self of divine, and the divine is the embodiment of love. At first, an appropriate field has to be prepared to sow the seed of devotion. Disciple is to be learned to build holistic human life. Indiscipline drags man to fatal arbitrariness and rakes the ruin on him. Therefore, Swadharmacharana is to be sincerely practiced, because Swadharmacharana accomplishes purification of mind and awakens the devotion. Then devotion, surpassing the frontiers of Bodhimarga, reaches the realm of Bhava or on Ragamarga, and finally, by divine grace, it culminates in Prema. The stream of life, every jiva is ever flowing towards the infinite sea of Satchidananda. No one is stable and contented unless he is united with the sea of love. Just a worldly person develops spontaneous love and affection for son, kith and kin. Similarly, some fortunate people experience the upsurge of devotion due to sadhu sangha, that is a company of saints. The growth and qualities of all sort of bhakti are not of one type. The difference is due to the variance of intensity of bhakti. Bhakti is chiefly two types: gunamai, that is with attributes, bhakti, and nirguna, that is attributeless bhakti. Gunamai bhakti is again three types: Sattvika bhakti, Rajasika bhakti, and Tamasika bhakti, due to the display of three gunas. Nirguna bhakti is divided into two parts, that is Pradhanibhuta or Kebala. In Pradhanibhuta Nirguna bhakti, there is the sense of greatness of the divine, but Kebala Nirguna bhakti encompasses Sudha Prema with the deep sense of oneness with the divine. Starting from Saguna Bhakti to Nirguna Bhakti, it is divided into three categories. That is Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti, depending on the intensity and quality of Bhakti. Bhakti by following sadhanas like Sravana, Kirtana, Darsana, etc. is called Sadhana Bhakti. With Sadhana Bhakti enriched with deep love and devotion attains Bhava in the matured stage, it is called Bhava Bhakti. When any kind of Rati reaches its ultimate height to which it is entitled, it is termed Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti has found fullest expression in Gopi Bhava in Brajadham. Sri Radha is the ideal of devotees coveting for divine love based on the Gopi Bhava. Sri Bhagavan enacted Braja Lila and assumed the incarnation of Radha Krishna to deliver on man complete bliss on the path of Prema Bhakti. The union of Radha and Krishna is suggestive of union of Bhagavan, in which his own Radhini Shakti. The Prema Tattva which Bhagavan has exhibited during the incarnation of Radha Krishna is propagated through sadhana in incarnation of Gauranga. Radha Krishna Lila is sadhya, that is attainable, which is the bhava of Bhagavan. Gauranga Tattva is sadhana or practice, which is the bhava of a bhakta. Therefore, Bhagavan, who enacted Radha Krishna Lila as the supreme divine entity, also realized the sweetness of the Lila Rasa as a devotee and showed the path to the common man. The attainment of Prema Bhakti with the help of Karma Jnana Bhakti is the supreme achievement of a man. Therefore, sadhaka courtiers of spiritual attainment will acquire holistic development of human life, taking shelter of karma, jnana, bhakti together. Sadguru Nigamananda Paramahansa wrote Premika Guru in Bengali in the year 1912, and afterwards it was translated into different languages. Puja Gurudeva was born on the holy Julana Purnima in the year of 1880 in the village Kutabpur in the district of Nadia. When he was 9 years old, he had the vision of Mother of the Universe in the form of Dasabhuja, that is 10-handed goddess. He was truthful, upright, sacrificing, helpful, non-communal, broad-minded, and artistic in nature. He married to Sudhansubala, the most beautiful and devoted lady who passed away after 4 years of conjugal life. The sad demise of his most devoted and loving wife transformed his life. The quest for dead wife landed him in the realm of supreme divine attainment. He got mantra written on a willow leaf in dream. On the instruction of his guru, he performed sadhana in tantra, jnana, yoga, and prema, and accomplished purna siddhi, that is supreme perfection, in each of these 4 sadhanas. He emerged from the nirvikalpa samadhi with supreme realization, I am Guru. He was crowned with the spiritual title Paramahansa by Shankaracharya of Sringeri in the assembly of sadhus in the Kumbh Mela of Ujjain, in Ujjain. He attained Bhava Samadhi and preached the principle of love. He wrote monumental books, Yogi Guru, Jnani Guru, Tantrika Guru, Premika Guru, and Brahmacharya Sadhana. The chief objective of its spiritual mission consists of 3 basic principles. First, Sanatana Dharma Prachara, that is propagation of Sanatana Dharma. Second, Sastikya Vistara, that is spread of right education. And third, Shiva Jnana Jiva Seva, that is to serve every Jiva, treating him as Shiva. Through A, that is Adarsa Grihastha Jivana Gatana, that is formation of ideal household life. B, that is Sangha Shaktira Pratishtha, that is establishment of the power of Sangha. And C, that is Bhava Vinimaya, that is exchange of spiritual feelings. The book Premika Guru initiates and floods common man with nectar of divine love. It consists of 2 parts, that is Purva Skandha, Prema Bhakti, and Uttara Skandha, Jivana Mukti. The first part, Purva Skandha, has 27 chapters and deals with the definition of Bhakti, Bhakti Tattva, and different types of Bhakti, the ways to Bhakti, Gopi Bhava, Achintya Vedaveda Tattva, etc. The second part, Uttara Skandha, consists of 16 chapters and discusses the basic characteristics of Mukti, practice of Vairagya, Sannyasa Ashrama, and the state of Jivan Mukti, etc. The English rendering of this book was felt long since to enable interest readers in English in India and abroad to get into the realm of divine love. By the blessing of Sri Gurudev, Dr. Rabindranath Parida, Assistant Secretary in Saraswata Sangha, Puri, has translated Premika Guru into English. I make an apology to all learned readers for mistakes committed unknowingly in his book and humbly request them to accept the essence like a swan consuming milk, leaving water aside. Sri Sangam Kesari Singh, President Parichalaka, Nilachal Saraswata Sangha, Sri Nigamananda Mandira, Sargodwara Puri, that is January 30th, 2018.
Jai Guru. I will take a few minutes to kind of summarize this. The preface is really very important part of the book from this point of view. Preface shows you what is in store. And in the very short preface here, our Polchak at that time, Sangram Bhai, it's probably written by somebody else, Rabindra Bhai or Santosh Bhai. They have actually described Premika Guru, at least some parts of Premika Guru, really, really well. So I want to draw your attention to a couple of things. It says at first, appropriate field has to be prepared and sold. So if you don't have don't have the field prepared, you just throw some seeds. It's not going to germinate, or if it germinates, it's not going to bear into a nice plant and the fruits from the plant. And so that particular action, which is preparing the field, is called Sodhamakarana. Sodhamakarana basically achieves purification of mind, which makes it possible to start this thing called devotion. When you start something called devotion and then grow from devotion to prema bhakti, that has several stages. You have to go through each of the stages to get there. Actually, talks about that in the paragraph before in the first stage. It says when you have faith, you have ongoing faith that he's our guru and he's going to take us to the world. Faith condenses or transforms into bhakti, then bhakti condenses or transforms to bhava, bhava to mahabhava prema. So prema is not the starting point; it's actually the ending point. It starts with your thing that you first believe in it. From belief, you get bhakti. From bhakti, mahabhakti, and then all these other steps. So here, Thakur has defined what is bhakti, how many different kinds of bhakti. So here there are those kinds explained really well. So I'll just elaborate a little bit. Bhakti is, they say bhakti is of two types, with guna and without guna or nirguna. So with guna, there are three gunas. We all know that. Sattva, Raja, Tama. So bhakti is also sattvika bhakti, rajasika bhakti, and tamasika bhakti. And then let's give an example of each. What is tamasika bhakti? Tamasika bhakti is something where you worship him or her, depending on who you worship. Mostly, a lot of times it is Devi, to cause harm to somebody. That's also bhakti. You have the bhakti, you are trying to get that Ishta Deva or Devi of yours to cause harm to somebody else. That is called tamasika bhakti. Rajasika bhakti is doing something good to yourself. So tamasika bhakti, another example, real example of that. If you have read Sangha that Bhairava comes and says, "Hey, I'm going to Asana Mandira, can you please mute all the mics because we're hearing feedback." Okay. We'll continue. So Bhairav goes to Shankaracharya and says, "Can you sacrifice your life so that I can attend?" That is Tamasika. Now, Rajasika Bhakti, you're doing something for your own good. You're trying to make something good for yourself. Rajasika Bhakti. And people say, "Give me money, give me this, give me that." That's Rajasika Bhakti. Now, Sattvika Bhakti. Sattvika Bhakti, you don't pray for yourself, you pray for others. Somebody else should be in a good place. Now, you go to Nigam Bhakti. Nigam Bhakti, you don't do that. What is happening in this world, whether our president is a good president or not, that doesn't matter. Because it is happening because of his will. So, all right. Yeah, looks like that problem got taken care of.
नहीं भैया भाई आप इलियन से दीट नंबर ओपन अछि आपन का नंबर से आउट नंबर ओपन अछि 2012 टा मो म्यूट कर लिया हम सिस्टम रो.
Oh, sorry. So we created the problem.
Yes.
And every time we create problem, there is Viswaranjan Bhai to solve it. So thank you, Viswaranjan Bhai. Anybody creates a problem, Viswaranjan Bhai is there to solve it. So now you come to Nirguna Bhakti. There are two types of Nirguna Bhakti as defined by Thakur. One is Pradhanibhuta or Kebala. Pradhanibhuta has some sense of who he is. He is worshipped. He is the main goal of you. When you have that thinking, it is called Pradhanibhuta, which kind of comes from Vaidya Bhakti. They will talk about Vaidya Bhakti later on. That you go through rules and regulations to get there. That we know Thakur is Thakur. We are his servants. We have that feeling. When you get to that highest form of that feeling, where the only thing you think of is him, nothing else, and then there is no guna or quality or any anything you are expecting from him. All you think is, I'm going to serve to him. But you know he is he. That is the Pradhanivata. What is Kebala? Kebala Bhakti is Thakura exists, we exist. We are in this Leela. We are doing everything for him. We don't expect anything from him. We have no sense of who is good, who is better, who is worse, nothing. None of that goes away. Kebala Bhakti is what you'll find in Bhakti, really. So once we start reading through this, you'll see a lot more definition of this Bhakti, and it's very important. Thakur starts with that particular thing. What is Bhakti, and here they say that is one side of classification. If you take a different classification, entire Bhakti is defined into three types. One is sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is basically what you do by doing sadhana or doing something to attain that bhakti, sravana, kirtana, darshana, etc. So those are part of sadhana bhakti. And then when sadhana bhakti, after you do this kirtana and sravana and darshana, it enriches into deep love and devotion, and then attains that bhava or matured stage, then bhava bhakti. And then when that bhava bhakti then matures to the ultimate stage, it's called prema bhakti. And Thakur will define all those much more in detail. And next time we read the rest of it, the preface of Thakur and notes from Uttara and all that, we'll talk about the background of Prem Guru, why Thakur wrote Prem Guru, etc. And then the first chapter is really starts with what is Bhakti. At this point, let's stop here. Bunan Bhai, Jai. Can everybody hear us?
Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Jai Guru.
Sagore Budhare Nabhe Patalare Jahi Dekha Tahi Ati Ati Mure Padhare Budhare Nabhe Patalare Jahi Dekha Tahi Ati Ati Mure Padhare Budhare Nabhe Patalare Jahi Dekha Tahi
Jai Guru, Sansara Pathe, Part 1, Chapter 2, The Way of Building Ideal Life. To make life full of happiness, you have to take shelter under knowledge and devotion. They are natural wealth of Jiva. There is no need to look outwards for it. Knowledge and devotion is the true state of inner self. Due to the influence of some sanskara, Jiva could not see their true inner self by wrapping themselves in the layers of pleasure and sorrow. Getting to know your true inner self by overcoming these layers should be everyone's ultimate objective. By overcoming the layers of pleasure and sorrow, you will get to realize your true self. In other words, you will be graced with bliss and knowledge. Try achieving a state of indifference in life by striking a balance in mind without getting carried away with worldly pleasures or being upset in sorrow. By following this path for some time, worldly emotions will not affect you. This will lead to your realization of your true happy inner self. You will clearly realize you are children of God. With that feeling, your heart will melt in love for God, for your life as a human being will be graced and successful. It is necessary to perform chanting, sadhana, and prayer in austerity to break out of the mortal layers. Do not keep expectations of any help from society or from any people except from your strong determination. you will see many coming against your goodwill. So finally, it comes down to leading journey of this life by keeping Almighty as the final objective. Do not forget that except godly devotion, education, intelligence, wealth, vigor, respect, and reverence, all are futile. Everything except devotion is just exploitation and is a layer of deception. Imagining your new approaches to bliss under the influence of fickle mind is extremely erroneous. Regardless of any situation, everyone must have clarity on destiny and ultimate objective and practice a lifestyle according to it. No one will ever reach their destination by keep altering destiny and objective. Therefore, my advice to you is to keep mind a peaceful mind and lead a determined life. Do not lose patience under the endless, unsolicited advice of mind. Follow the journey of your life according to the wishes of your heart. Do not get exploited by the ideas of mind. Accept my advice and directives. Do not get carried away with your propensity. Householders should live like an ascetic. Build yourself by principles as stated in Brahmacharya Sadhana written by me. Try to bring everyone on the path of righteousness by living a peaceful and happy life, by sticking to the path of truth. Others, by seeking you, will get attracted towards it. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. This is our standard discussion period. So if anybody has any questions about the topics we read today since morning or anything else, you can bring them up. And if English is a barrier, you can always change to other languages, including ODI.
भाई हमरा जो सकाळे उपदेश रे पड़ा Jai Guru. Yeah. So coming back to that, Thakura said, do yourself whatever you need. Basically, the Thakur is trying to say, don't just keep on begging, go on begging path. Don't stretch your hand to beg. For that, I get the work done by you. That sounds a bit of a disconnect. Because I think...
Can you read that line completely?
Do yourself whatever you need. Don't stretch your hand to beg. For that, I get the work done by you. If you do not surrender completely, you will be prone to outburst of ego in the midst of action.
Generally, I do not have the book. Even though I bought it with me, it's in my bag upstairs. I didn't bring it downstairs. So most likely what Thakur is saying, there are a couple of things. One thing is he absolutely did not like begging in any form. When his guru wanted him to beg, not because guru needed money, it was because to actually kill his ego. Nothing else. If you go and you stand on a street corner and you extend your hands out and say, can you give me something so that I can feed myself? It takes a very different meaning of humility. And then his guru really wanted that. Thakur by nature did not like it. So he would go there and would think of spreading his hands and asking somebody to give him something, and then at the last moment he'll just withdraw, and then come back to ashram without any food, and the rules of that preliminary sannyas jivana is he has to beg to make a living, and if he didn't get anything, he's going to go hungry. So he went hungry. That went on for a couple of days. The third day, Guru comes and says, what, you didn't get anything today? Then he looks at Guru and says, what is that to you, whether I eat or not? He just says, what is that to you? Whether I ate or I didn't, that doesn't matter to you. You just made me do this. And then Guru knows. He says, okay, I think that part is over. Now let's go to the next step. And says, okay, you don't have to beg. But Sannyas Dharma says that you have to beg to get the food and eat on that in the preliminary stage of sannyas. So next day, he goes and stands in the corner and people come and pour things on him. You don't have to have to. So you don't have to beg. So he made that principle in his from Paribrajakacharya sannyasis. Didn't ask them to beg. They did go and ask for money for selling books and things like that. They have to still raise money to survive in ashram. But nobody really went to stood on a corner and asked for money. So basically, he's saying, do whatever you do. There are different ways to do this thing and get enough for you to survive. You don't have to really go pure begging. You did not like it. Then the other part, I'm not able to connect. If I can get the actual chapter in the Odia book, we can probably talk about. I was trying to get to that. What was the heading of this chapter that you read, right?
Dignity of labor.
Dignity of labor. Samarpana Karikapati is what we are reading. To those who surrendered.
I don't have the Odia book with me.
Yeah. Okay.
I just posted it on the...
Yeah, I got it. So you get the work. For that, I get the work done by you. If you do not surrender completely, you will be prone to outbursts of ego. Tapora line to bujhi hochi. A line I am not able to understand also. For exactly. That, I get the work. Yeah, for that I get the work done by you. I will get the answer to it. So we'll come to that. Any other questions? This will come back. Yeah. Sure.
Madam Koilete, Setorto Chakra already Nirvikalpa Paitani. In Chakra Kumatala Kalete, Tomato Discuss my Chakra
Apurna.
He would be located in the Tomato Biswas Nahivuli. Second day, last of the Nirvikalpa Paitani, the project on Chakra Biswas.
Biswas is the belief. So that is also there. So to believe that. A lot of that is in Bhakti Dharma. You believe in him and then you totally depend on him, then through his grace you get everything. So Thakura went in a different path. That is what he achieved in Samadhi. He went on Jnana Marga, which is thinking, contemplating different parts. That I am Brahma. So he had to go through Sari Mahavakya, all four Mahavakyas. And they have to contemplate on it, and then go on Yoga Marga, and then through yoga, really visualize that within his body. So those parts, you believe in your Guru, definitely. Without belief, you are not going to achieve it. But beyond Guru, beyond Brahma, he didn't have a lot of other beliefs at that point. So Maha pointed that out, that Brahma that you believe in, right? That Brahma you believe in, also has the power to take this form, any form for that matter. And he does take other forms, and you need to believe in those. That belief you don't have. Go achieve that. Then he realized that he's not complete. Even though he himself recognizes himself as nothing but Brahma, and he's totally established in that Brahma state, he's not complete. So he had to go and learn that. That is the part. People, we get confused. I used to be confused when I was reading the Jivali some time ago, that if Thakura achieved Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which he became part of Brahma, then Brahma became all these other forms. couldn't he have indirectly gotten that too? Why didn't he do it? It's difficult to answer that question actually. So think about it. Very difficult to answer that question. It is Brahma who became that. So why can't he do the other part, right? It's kind of difficult to answer that. But at that stage, he was not thinking about it. The only simple way to answer. His focus was so much that me and Brahma is no different, and this whole world is nothing but Brahma. Everything else is Maya, and Maya is falsehood. So reject falsehood and go for that. He wasn't even thinking about it. So Maya said, okay, think. So how long it took him to achieve that Prema Bhakti state? 1 day. 1 day. Nothing more. What happened? You just go in the company of saints or Mahat Kripa Labdha, that Narada said. So he became in the company of that and he learned it 1 day. Didn't need to do anything. To suppress that feeling, it took him 3 to 6 months after that. He didn't get suppressed. This thing came out, then he found the whole world to be his and he would see, embrace everybody and he behaved like a mad person. Then that has to be suppressed before he can come to world and do what he did, help us. He couldn't come and help us without that state. So he had to go through that, downgrade or composure. But to achieve that, it took him 1 day. Anything else? We have a minute or so.
Bhakti are mainly 2 types. Then one is the 3 types. So every sub part of the bhakti also different bhav, or all are connected to one bhav?
That is also divided. The whole thing is again divided into 3 parts, where you learn it, which is through Vaidhi Bhakti, and then Raganuga Bhakti. Thakur will define. They didn't talk about Raganuga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti will come out. So then Bhakti is divided into 2 parts. One is you learn it, one is it comes to you automatically. And Thakur will say that learning to that point, you will never cross to the other side. They are 2 different people. Sabari, who gave Jagannath, after tasting the fruit, Sabari did not go through, Chittasuddhi and Satikahara and all that stage and worship and get that. No, it came to her. If I'm going to offer something to him, and if it is really not edible, he's not going to eat. So I'm going to test it. It just comes to them. People who go in Vaidhi Marga, they will never give that up. They will always say, Thakur, I'm who I am. If I'm going to touch this fruit, it's not worthy of him to take it. So I'm never going to test it. So that is the thing. Thakur will say that people who are in Vaidhi Marga, they will be in Vaidhi Marga. They will achieve their level through Vaidhi Marga. They will back again. So we'll keep talking till Aditi comes. Aditi has string. So we got a couple of more minutes because our Sangita Sevika has not arrived yet. So when you are following Vaidhi Marga, you stay in Vaidhi Marga. Yes, you will. You go through different stages.
So then, if that is the case, if somebody is doing tamasika to harm somebody, how will you go to that level?
So what will happen? The person who is following tamasika bhakti, let's talk about that. The person who is following tamasika bhakti, whether in that life or some other life, what will happen is that tamasika bhakti will lead him to a lot of distress. People who do these kind of things to them, right? Again, we talked about it yesterday. Bhagavan is merciful. Why? Because he gives us pain. The pain reminds us of him. Then we follow him. So people who do harm to others, the harm comes back 100 times to them. So that person who is causing harm to you is going to feel it. Return back in this life. You don't have to wait for another life. Even in this life. When they go to all that, they start going to Matte Dike Bhalo Kardya. Right? Matte Bhalo Kardya when you go to Rajasika. You are in Tamasika, now you graduate to Rajasika. Motte bhala karu, then feel like these other people are also close to me, tanku bhala kardiyo. Then those guys are closer to others, tanku bhala kardiyo. Then you increase your sphere, you get to Satika Bhakti. That's Sansara Samatana Bhala. Right? From there you say, why would I say anything? It's all his will, all his way to get to Nigam. So there is a step, you'll get there. As long as you have some kind of bhakti, that bhakti will lead to the other step. Because using bhakti, people who do harm to others, that harm comes back to them many, many times. And they will realize at some point, this is bad to me. So can you do good to me? Then you forget about doing bad to somebody else. You graduated from Tamasika to Satika or Rajasika. So let's go to Young Aspirants program. And Diti is here. Ready? All right. So.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru, Young Aspirants. This is Deva. Let's go for the attendance today. Aditi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Adhyasa.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Vaisli.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Annik.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. And
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Annik.
Arnav,
Very good.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Aaron,
He's coming.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Aruf,
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Aryan,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jammu,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Gyan,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Devangi, Devangi. Divyam,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Eva, Eva. Manit, Manit. Naitik,
Jai Guru Ma.
Pratyusa,
Jai Guru Ma.
Guru. Shiv, Pratyus,
Jai Guru Ma. Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Saraswat,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Sathak,
Master Gabhichi.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Bhakti,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Bobby,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Silpi,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Ani,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Rehasi,
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jimmy,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Siddharth, Siddharth. Simran, Simran.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Rita,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Suhani,
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Yukta,
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. So, with this, we are done with our attendance. The song that Aditi sang, Aditi, if you can you explain like just one or two lines about the meaning of this song that you just sang?
Good.
Keep your mind at Thakura's feet.
That's it.
Okay, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Yes. The basic essence of the song is let's remember Thakura always, and he's there always with us. Let's have that thought with us always. The reading material for today, I have asked Yukta if you can read it whenever you are ready. Whenever you are ready, just read the paragraph of this chapter 8 that we are continuing.
Jai Guru. Acharya Shankara, the element philosopher and teacher of Sanant Dharma, said that the main aim of everybody's life is to attain freedom from the shackles of Maya, and the dedicated one's life for the betterment of the world, leading a virtuous life. Swami Nigamananda attained that state in his life, hence in the next phase of his life, his aim was to work for the welfare of the society as a whole. He noticed that in order to build a world full of people with strong moral values and character, it is necessary to teach proper education and proper selfless service to humankind. In order to spread true education and serve the poor and the downtrodden as pacification of God, he opened ashrams in Eastern West Bengal. Several well-educated people were inspired by his ideals and got initiated to sannyas in these ashrams. Many young people also took initiation to become brahmacharis to lead spiritual life on this line and devote them to service to God and humanity. In the main hermitage in Assam at Kokila monk, he opened two branches called Sri Ganga Savi Niktan and Rishi Vidyalaya to materialize his ideals into action. Sri Ganga Savi Niktan was devoted to serve humankind and Rishi Vidyalaya to spread the right education. In the month of Pasu of the Bengal year 1318, the foundation stone of Saraswati Math and Sri Ganga Seva Niktan was laid. Swami Nigamananda justified called this mass as Shanti Ashram, the Board of Peace. Later, this became famous as Saraswati Math. The Assam Kokila monk in Assam was subsequently known as Assam Mandira Saraswati Math. Other ashrams were branched until body. In the then Bengal, he established 5 ashrams to propagate Sanatan Dharma and offer services to humankind. Of these ashrams, 3 are in present Bangladesh areas and are now extinct. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. So what we did is basically so far we read and we discussed about how Swami Nigamananda got his spiritual enlightenment in all the 4 paths, and how he got to be the Guru. So he came back with that feeling that he is the Guru, and then after getting the blessings from Goddess herself, he then came back to the society to perform his responsibility as the Guru. So to do that, he realized that he cannot just go to each and every individual. So he had to spread the true knowledge that he understood, he experienced, that he needed to spread everywhere. So for that, he chose the path of teaching. And to do that, he established mathas. He published the spiritual books, magazines, and he also kind of, he established mathas everywhere, but then the matha at Saraswati, the matha that we are calling as Saraswati Matha, that also was named as Shanti Ashram, and now it is called as Assam Mandira Saraswati Matha. He did that, and many people came to him to know about his teachings, his path of knowledge, and slowly people are interested, and it's going on till now. So with this basic idea about the two paragraphs that we read. Yeah, one more thing here is this paragraph is starting with Shankaracharya. So I think you must have remembered we have come across this word Shankaracharya before also. So maybe just I would keep it open to you guys. If anybody remembers, can you, any older young aspirants or younger young aspirants who can tell us what is Shankaracharya or who is Shankaracharya? What do you mean by Shankaracharya? We can talk about it. Just I want to give it as a question. Anybody wants to volunteer? Yeah, any context you remember? Yeah, go ahead. Who is it?
It's me, Pratyusha.
Pratyusha, yes, please go ahead.
Shankaracharya is the main saint of Sanakarya. And that's in Deva.
I could not hear you completely.
Shankaracharya is the main saint of Sanatana
Sanatana Dharma, you are saying. Okay, good. That's good. Anybody else? You want to highlight the context of Shankaracharya in relation to what we have already studied about Swami Nigamananda? Anything you remember? So anybody remembers about yes, go ahead. Srimati wants to say something.
Shankaracharya was Swami Nigamananda's tantric guru.
No. Swami Nigamananda's tantric guru is Damarkyapa. Shankaracharya we are talking about in the context of his Jnana Sadhana. So I'm giving you kind of hint. So after Swami Nigamananda completed his Jnana Sadhana, then his Jnani Guru. Who is his Jnani Guru? Anybody remembers the name of Thakura's Jnani Guru?
Yes, Ma. My name is Pratisha again. His name is Sachidananda.
Swami Sachidananda. Yes. At that time, Nalinikanta was staying at Swami Sachidananda's ashram to do his Jnana Sadhana, and after a lot of effort, he had to do a lot of effort to become Swami Sachidananda's disciple. So Swami Sachidananda accepted him, and then Nalinikanta started studying about Veda, Vedanta, Upanishad, and all those scriptures to know about the knowledge, basically. And eventually he realized that knowledge with the help of Swami Sachidananda, with the guidance of Swami Sachidananda, his guru. So basically he wanted to know who was he after his Tantra Sadhana, and then with this Jnana Sadhana, he understood the deep thoughts of Veda, the knowledge of Veda. So Swami Sachidananda gave him the name Nigamananda, which means that who knows the knowledge, who knows the Veda. And then after he initiated him, after he became he gave him the sannyasa, then he had to travel the 4 dhamas that we talked about. So those 4 dhamas are, one is Badrika Dham, one is Dwarka, one is Rameswaram, one is Purushottam. They are in north, west, south, and east. So I'm just reminding this because this is Shankaracharya also had. Shankaracharya is basically it's a title which is given to the heads of the mathas that we have according to the philosophy of Shankaracharya. So we have 4 mathas in Shankaracharya's philosophy, who follow Shankaracharya's philosophy. So they are also in north, south, east, and western part of India. And those 4 mathas, they follow basically the Vedanta principle, Veda principle, Advaita Vedanta, they follow that tradition. And Swami Nigamananda is, in this paragraph, the first line is saying that Swami Nigamananda understood the knowledge, which is the knowledge that Shankaracharya also tried to teach or preach at that time. So basically Shankaracharya is the title, and this title was derived from Shankar. The name was Shankar. We call him Adi Shankar, who first came, and then he became the teacher or preacher or the leader or guide, philosopher. He was we can say the Vedantic philosopher who kind of unified many thoughts in Hinduism, and he established or the principles basically with the emphasis of true and pure knowledge and spirituality. And based on that, he had 4 mathas at the 4 parts of India, as I said, north, south, east, and west. And those 4 mathas, they follow the 4 Vedas. We have 4 Vedas, if you know. So they are called as Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Jajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. So Veda is nothing but just at very basic level, you just know that which is the knowledge, basically. Yes. So we have these 4 Vedas, and these 4 mathas, they follow the 4 basic principles. So those 4 principles or 4 lines, we can say, also Swami Nigamananda experienced and understood. So those lines I will remind again. One is, it is Ayamatma Brahma. Another is Tattvamasi. So I'll just go according to the Dhamas line. So Badrika Dham or the north is Ayamatma Brahma. The Ayamatma Brahma meaning is, this soul is Brahma. The being and the supreme being are the same. And Dwaraka Dham, which is at west, that has the line Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi means it's you become me, I am he, and he and me are the same. So it's intellectually and spiritually every way you understand him. Rameswaram, which is the south, and that talks about Aham Brahmasmi. I am beyond the body, I am the soul. And the fourth dham is Purushottam Dham, which is at the eastern part of India, at Puri, which is in Odisha. And that dham is talking about Prajnanandam Brahma. So it's basically consciousness is Brahma. So all these are the thoughts of, or are following the thoughts of Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya's jnana or knowledge, the path of knowledge, the Vedantic path of knowledge, Swami Nigamananda achieved and experienced with the help of his Guru, Jnani Guru Swami Satchidananda. So here, after achieving, experiencing and getting Siddhi, Swami Nigamananda came, when he came as the Guru, he tried to spread this knowledge among us, and for that he also established mathas and ashrams, and that till now we are part of that now. With this, we will discuss more about it. So I would like to just ask who remembers the other gurus of Swami Nigamananda. So we talked about his Jnani Guru now. Do you remember who is Swami Nigamananda's Tantric Guru? I think we just spoke about it, but I just want to ask.
Excuse me, it's me, Pratisha again. The answer of the question you asked is Bhamakhepa?
Yes, Bhamakhepa. And who can tell who is Swami Nigamananda's Yogi Guru? Anybody other than Pratyusa?
Jagrama and Pratyus, I think is Sumeruda.
Yes, Sumeruda. Is it Pratyus?
Yeah.
Yes, Swami Sumerudas. And who is Swami Nigamananda's Premik Guru?
Their Guru, I'm pretty sure it is, this is Aunt, and I'm pretty sure it is Swami Satchidananda.
So Swami Satchidananda is his Jnani Guru. I'm asking who is Swami Nigamananda's Premik Guru.
Jagrama, this is Gita. I think his Guru is Goina.
Yes. So to summarize, all the four gurus of Swami Nigamananda, who can tell all the four gurus of Swami Nigamananda? Jit, let me ask Jit. Jit, are you there?
Jaguru, Gorima, Bhamakhepa, Swami Satchidananda, Sunita.
Yes. We got it. Yes. So Swami Nigamananda's four gurus, all gurus, they are Swami Bhamakhepa, who is his Tantric Guru, Swami Sumerudasji, who is his Yogi Guru. Okay, so Bhamakhepa, Swami Satchidananda, who is his Jnani Guru, Swami Sumerudasji, who is his Yogi Guru, and Gaurima, who is his Premik Guru. So with this, I will conclude today but remind me in the next YS session, we'll discuss more about these two paragraphs that we read and the previous paragraph, also about his books and his publications and mathas that we'll talk about a little bit more. So the Bhava Vinimay today is by Naitik. Naitik, please go ahead whenever you are ready. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, today is my Bhava Vinimay. I was really scared when I went to middle school. It was a new experience because I was going to a new school. I also now had 8 periods instead of 1 class. I also didn't have a lot of friends because all of them were at my old school. Thakura helped me a lot because he helped me memorize all my classes. My promise to Thakura is that I will get straight A's this semester and I will also follow the directions of my elders. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु शुणा जाऊँगी भाई शुणा जाऊँगी
हाँ मैम कौन
जय गुरु बट्टे सेकेंड अच्छा से फुल बंद कर जय गुरु आज मोर पाई अच्छी आउ सेमती पाई किसी भी कर पारनी सब जिन मोर आजिकल डेरी हो जाए ठाकुर तो सब मो लगे बहुत करुणा अच्छी ठाकुर निजर आमर कहीं ना से जिन आम सब मन रखी दरकार आज मु गोटे व्हाट्सएप रे जने पठेछि गोटे ये गपटे से मुझे शेयर करने चाहूँगी मत मो मन को बहुत छुईला जड़े माने बस रे सब लोक जाऊे से बस कंडक्टर जनकर गोटे वालेट पाइला वालेट पाइकी से पचारा कहला वालेटा कहार क्या वालेट हजि जाइए सेठू जड़े बुढ़ा लोक जड़े से बाहर की कहले यहाँ हूँ मो वालेट सेठू से कहला जे मुझे जानी ये तुम वालेट बोलिकी तो से बुढ़ा लोक कहले से वालेट रे मोर गोटे कृष्णकर फोटो रखाई आठू से लोक कहे कंडक्टर कहला जे कृष्णकर फोटो तो बहुत लोग वालेट रखी तुमर वालेट बोली मुझे जानी सेठू से बुढ़ा लोक जनक कहले जो मुझे छोट ही बापा माँ सांगे रोली मत लगे मत सब लगे बापा माँ हूँ मोर सबकि मोर सब जिन पूरण करती मुझे अली अर्दली करे सब पूरण करती मोर सब सुविधा से कराई दिखती से मत लगे बापा माँ हूँ मोर सबकि से आस्ते आस्ते बड़ हेल्थ कॉलेज को गली से मो बापा माँ फोटो को मु रखिली वालेट रे क्या मो बापा मोर भगवान भाया थे धीरे धीरे मुझे बड़ हो गोटे झील को भल पाइली मत लगे से झीटा हूँ मोर सबकि बापा माँ फोटो उपर फोटो को मुझे रखिदेली मुझे बाहली माने मो स्त्री है से एमती आमर पुओ है आस्ते आस्ते पुओ सांगे मोर एमती लगे माने मतलब पुओ हूँ मोर दुनिया सबकि माने सांगे मोर खुशी बहुत दिन कटिला खेली बुलिली मुझे सब जिन करने कली कौन कली ना मो स्त्री फोटो उपर मो पुओ फोटोटा को रखिदेली एमती समय गड़ी चलला से दिने स्त्री मरीगला आस्ते आस्ते पुओ बड़ होगा पुओ बड़ हो बाहर पुओ कहला बापा ए घरटा बहुत छोट हो मोर गोटे बड़ घर दरकार रहा कहीं बापा मत एका पुओ मत घर छाड़ी एका पड़ेगा से दिने कौन है कि मोर बहुत देह खराब हो मोर बहुत देह खराब है मो पाखे कहीं ना दिन पुओ को डाकिली कहली बापा पुओ आज मत बहुत कष्ट लगुच तो मो देह भल ना मुझे कर तू टे आसिक मो पाखे किसी दिन रह आजे मत साहाय्य कर से पुओ कहला बापा आजे तमे एमती गोटे कौन कह देखुच मोर छुआ पिला अच्छा मोर घर संसार अच्छी मोर कम अच्छी मुझे छाड़ी तुम पाक केमती जापरि तमें सब निज काम निजे कर ना बी स्ट्रांग स्ट्रांग है सब करवा दरकार तुम से जानिली जे माने माने दुनिया रे कहीं निज ना भाविली माने कृष्ण कृष्ण सांगे मोर संबंध से जमी आगुरी ठीक सेमती अच्छी केबे भी सही संबंध मोर परिवर्तन होनी कि आज बापा माँ स्त्री पुओ समस्त सांगे जो संपर्क था सब परिवर्तन हो गला जिन जो बुझीपारि से समस्त फोटो उपर कृष्ण फोटो रखी मोर मन तो बहुत छुई जाइए आम मैंने सब मानने ये आम संसार भितर जहाँ मानने आम कह आम बापा माँ सब किसी पुओ सब किसी स्वामी सब किसी कि एक्चुअली से जिते पर्यटन आम पाखे स्वार्थ थी से संबंध गुड़ाक थाए माने बापा माँ अवश्य सब स्वार्थर ऊर्धे से कहूनी कि अन्य सब पारिवारिक संपर्क बहुत जिन स्वार्थ संगे जड़ित आते स्वार्थ चलि से संपर्क गुड़ाक सब माने फीका पड़ जाए आ गोटे संपर्क जोटा बुझी पारनी ठाकुर संपर्क जिते भी सब आम पाखे अच्छे आम जिते दूरे जावाक चेष्टा कले भी सब आमको पाखक टाणुंट आम समस्त मन रखा दरकार मुझे कही रखी जय गुरु
निमंत्रण करंतु मध्याह्न भोग संध्या पूजा
जय गुरु आज मध्याह्न भोग संध्या पूजा से ठाकुर को निमंत्रण कर जय गुरु
जय गुरु आसंता रविवार सेप्टेम्बर 15 तारीख मोर सेवा पूजा अच्छी संघ सेवा अच्छी से ठाकुर समस्त भाई माँ और मान को निमंत्रण करके जॉइन कर पूजा को सफल निमंत्रण कर प्रत्युष ऑनलाइन ऑलराइट तो माँ जानते भाव ये क्या प्रश्न करें
जय गुरु आज मोर नैतिक पूजा पाड़ी संघ पूजा पाड़ी था पूजा पाड़ी जहाँ सब त्रुटि विच्युत होती मुझे ठाकुर सब भाई मान क्षमा प्रार्थना कर जय गुरु
दयामय श्री चरणे एहि निवेदन दयामय श्री चरणे एहि निवेदन निरंतर तव नाम करिबि स्मरण निरंतर तव नाम करिबि स्मरण एहा छड़ा ईश्वर कामना एहा छड़ा ईश्वर कामना ভিক্ষা মোরা এতিকি প্রার্থনা এহি মাত্র ভিক্ষা মোরা এতিকি প্রার্থনা তুমে প্রভু মুহি দাস এহি অহংকার তুমে প্রভু মুহি দাস এহি অহংকার একমাত্র জীব প্রবল সংস্কার একমাত্র জীব প্রবল সংস্কার এথি লাগি যেবে কালে ন মিলে মুকতি এথি লাগি যেবে কালে ন মিলে মুকতি তথাপি রখিবি মনে অনন্ত সুপতি তথাপি রখিবি মনে অনন্ত সুপতি তুমরি দৃষ্টি ভিতরে তুমরি জগতে তুমরি দৃষ্টি ভিতরে তুমরি জগতে পড়িথিবি জহি তহি তুমরি ইঙ্গিতে পড়িথিবি জহি তহি তুমরি ইঙ্গিতে ধ্বংস পরে রচনার অভিনব রূপ ধ্বংস পরে রচনার অভিনব রূপ দেখি দেখি আসি জীব সল স্বরূপ দেখি দেখি আসি জীব সল স্বরূপ মিলাই ন পারে যেবে তব যন্ত্রেশ্বর মিলাই ন পারে যেবে তব যন্ত্রেশ্বর তব নামে বাই জীবি ভঙ্গা বিনা মোর তব নামে বাই জীবি ভঙ্গা বিনা মোর শুণু বা ন শুণু কেহি ত্রিভ অহংকার শুণু বা ন শুণু কেহি থিব অহংকার তুমে প্রভু মুহি দাস এতিকি সংস্কার তুমে প্রভু মুহি দাস এতিকি সংস্কার প্রেমময় শ্রীচরণে করে নিবেদন প্রেমময় শ্রীচরণে করে নিবেদন তুম জয় গাউথিবি এ সারা জীবন প্রভু তুম জয় গাউথিবি এ সারা জীবন জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 জয় গুরু জয় গুরু
জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 জয়
জয়
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Guru. Just want to go back to our discussion. Upadesamrita. So actually, there's a little bit of a mess in the translation. It says, "Do yourself whatever, don't stretch your hand to beg. For that, I have the work done by you. For that, I get the work done by you." That's not what the Odia says. Odia says, "Jaha proyojan hoiche nije nije kari jao. Kaha pakere hatto poteya darkar nei. Sethipai muntu mundara karma karabe." So what Thakur is trying to tell, this is mostly given. This whole chapter, Samarpan Karikopati, is a collection of advice Thakur gave to his sannyasi brahmachari sisters in Kukaramukh. In one of the settings, he stretched several days. Every day he will talk about this Samarpan Karikopati or those who surrendered. So that was obviously documented by one of his disciples, Saraswati.